guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. I'm just here again with my finishing off projects, and I have done some of them in slow time off camera, so I just thought I'd show you kind of what I've done. So there were quite a few little notepads that had been made and they just needed finishing off. Let me just raise my tripod slightly, or my, my phone holder. So literally I just finished them off by just adding a little bit of lace. So I've got several of those now done and ready to go. I think that's all of them. I had another little flippy thing, so I just popped a little butterfly on there. Then I had this one, which this is one of my little, foldy pockets, which I've done a tutorial for. And what I've also done recently is a tutorial just for adding some little booklet pages into there. So I just literally finished that off by obviously inking it up. And then on the back, it was just plain because it was obviously intended to be glued into a book. But what I've done is obviously covered it with some other paper, inked it all up and put some, just some rough pages in there. So you've got like a little booklet, and obviously you've got your pocket in here as well. Just finished it off with some bling. So that's that one. Then these were again from like a masterboard. So I just finished these off again by just adding one or two things. So this one, for instance, I just added a rosebud across here and a dictionary definition and another rosebud. A little bit of bling down there. This one I just added one of my number tabs up in the corner and some bling. This one again I just added a dictionary definition and the bling. And this one again I just added some bling because that's actually all that one I felt needed at all. Then this one was the little sort of booklet which I had done using the envelope. So I just decorated obviously the front. Oops, now it's glued down. Oh no. The amount of times that I do this, it's so frustrating. Right, okay, so you've got your pocket obviously in the front, and then you've got a pocket in the back, which, oh yeah, oh no. I thought, oh, I've glued that one as well. So I just obviously decorated up the pockets and stitched the pages, or they might have been stitched in already actually. But just finished it off. It looks really pretty now. So that's that one. Then this one was one of those little, pocket booklets. So I just added one of my tabs that again we've got the tutorial for, and then decorated it up with a cluster on the front, a little number tab there, some lace, some bling and a flower. And then in here I just punched a thumb hole and I just made very quickly just a little flippy sort of thing to tuck into the pocket. And then I've also popped in a little journaling card there. So, super simple, but looks really nice, and it just fits in just perfectly like that. So that's that one. This one was a little, matchbox style booklet. So it literally had the wax seal and this paper put on. So again, I just added lots of lace, lots of the black lace and the word journal, some bling and a little butterfly there in the glittery. So I thought that looks really nice. This one, again, this was quite plain. Actually, I had put a frame on here and I covered it up with this cluster because I actually, preferred the cluster on there. Then I've just popped a butterfly with some bling and some bling down there. Then these I had already mounted. They just needed a bit of inking, so that was those. Oh, another pad. And then this one, actually, when I looked, it was pretty much already done, so I didn't really have to do anything to that. So that's those. I'll just put them on the floor behind me. So the pile now is significantly smaller, much more manageable, much less bits and pieces to finish off. So that being said, there's another few which, again, I've kind of done the bulk of it and I really just have very minimal things left to do. So I'll just pull those in. Did I have a fourth one? You'd expect to have a fourth one, wouldn't you? But I can't see it. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened to the fourth one of these, but so what you can see, I've obviously stitched these on the sewing machine. Now here, obviously that's got crumpled up. So I'm just going to, in the first instance, just run a little bit of glue down just to stick the lace down. I really don't like it when the lace kind of comes up like that. So we'll just give it a helping hand by gluing it down. And then we'll obviously add some bling or something. Now I'm just wondering whether I need anything in the center of those flowers or whether they look good, you know, just exactly as they are. Again, I've got one of those big flat back pearls. Well, I say that, I had one here yesterday and now I can't, of course, see it. I've got a horrible frog in my throat today, so I apologise for having to keep clearing my throat. Oh, I can't see the flat back pearl there at all, but anyway, I've got some more behind me, so I can just pull them in from there. But I've got some bling, so definitely having bling on here. Love the contrast with these green flowers, aren't they gorgeous? Now this one I didn't put a green flower on. I didn't want to kind of overdo it with the, you know, green everywhere. I wonder whether I've got anything else green that I could kind of mix it up and just have something different. Different but green, different but the same. So again, if I just pop that maybe a bit shorter actually. Let's just chop that down. And my mind's just now thinking, what do I have that would be green to go on here? Well, I've got that. That's not bright enough at all. Oh, you know what I am thinking is those dyed Hawaiian flowers. They are probably way too bright, too big, sorry. But yeah, that is kind of going through my head. So I might just have to pull those in and just see. I'm just checking in my Blue Book favourites, because I'm sure I had some greeny coloured pieces in here. I've got that, which is a good match for that colour. It's not quite right, obviously, on there. So that's a bit of a shame. So let me just put that back. Right, let me pull in my Hawaiian flowers. I think they probably are going to be too big. But, you know, you never can tell, can you? So it's always worth trying. Okay, so these are the ones that I obviously dyed in that very hideously messy video where I didn't wear gloves, you know. Oh, it's not the right colour. It's not the right colour at all. Let's see if I've got any that are a bit more bluey green instead of just greeny yellow. No, not that one. No, maybe not. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? I mean, I could probably get away with it. I don't know. I mean, again, is that just huge on there? I mean, it is quite big, isn't it? Obviously. Let me just have a look. Let me pull in my other flowers, which I put in that drawer. So I'm just pulling in the whole drawer again. Loving having these drawers, I must say. I know I've said it before, but they are very handy, I must say, to be able to just pull the whole drawer in. So obviously, I mean, these are just some of my flowers. I have got, would you believe, yep, even more flowers around. So I have got that little green. Again, it's not really the right colour. Right, let me put those back. Okay, so not those. Let's have a look and see what else I've got. But whilst I'm just rummaging, just going to pull in my flat back pearls so that we can come centre in that flower. So let me just grab those. Okay, and again, you have to excuse the state of my flat back pearls, but they were all glued, you know, all stuck onto the acetate stuff. And then, you know, they're obviously a bit rubbish because they all just come off of that and they're now just floating around in the packet. But I mean, it's fine, doesn't matter, because when you come to use them, you pick them off anyway. So that's quite nice in there. And then this is a smaller flower, so it may be that it's going to look too big. Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Right, I'm just going to put those there. Now, what I've suddenly thought, I've got my colour sorted stamps where I've got some green ones. So maybe on this one, instead of the flower, or possibly even as well as the flower, we might be able to incorporate a green stamp, you know, which might look really nice. Let's just see what colour green stamps that I've got here. Have a look. And again, everything but one that's, you know, quite the right colour. Isn't that just typical? Oh, that's quite a good one. Let me just ink this up and see what it looks like inked up. Just ink it up on my book page. Hold on. You know, when you think something's going to look one way and then you think, oh, it's not looking quite how I'd hoped. Having that sort of feeling at the moment. Oh, not now, because now I'm loving the stamp actually in the centre of the flower. So that for me just finishes that off perfectly, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I really love that. So I might just staple that on, I think. Yeah, I think a staple would be good. So I'm just going to just staple that like that. Just looks gorgeous. I love, love, love the look of that. And then, I mean, we could probably perhaps put a word or something down there. Just wondering, I was thinking, do I have anything green that I could kind of put, you know, ink this in green? I've got that lovely colour that I received in Happy Mail, but I don't think it's quite the right colour green. I mean, ironically, I've actually got lots of different green distress inks. None, I think, that are quite the right colour. Let's just have a look and see what this would look like. Oh, I don't think this is going to be quite right at all. So let's just dab it on here for a minute. No, I don't think that is quite right. And then I don't want to do it and then think, oh, that looks a bit like it's come out of a, I don't know. I don't know what it would have come out of, but, you know, not kind of fitting at all with the rest of the pieces. So, yeah, definitely, I think that's a definite no-no for that. Just having a look to see anything else that I might have. Can't really see anything much at the moment. So I will just, I think, glue this down. So let's just pop that down. Okay. So it looks really nice. And obviously, I mean, these are the original masterboards from, I think these collage papers are actually in my shop. So these ones, you know, they've got the actual stitching on them. So, you know, it's got some texture already to it. They are, you know, they've got the texture from the stitching. So, yeah, I love how that looks. Let me just now chop this down because I don't want it quite so long. Just put some bling on there. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? You know, I mean, I didn't really have to do an awful lot, but just looks lovely exactly as it is. Right, again, I've got the same similar situation with my lace here because obviously it's been stitched. So it's just flapping a little bit on the other edge. So I'll just then, you know, I've just attached it with some hot glue. And then I'm just going to then attach my bling like that. Oops. Oh, come on. Sorry, just getting those hot threads off. There we go. Oh, I love how that looks. That stamp is so striking in the flower, isn't it? Yeah, really, really like how that looks. Okay, so that's that one. So again, I can just pop that behind me. Okay, so for this one, now I'm thinking the pearl actually doesn't look that great because, you know, the that stamp looked so nice that actually that didn't look anything, you know, anywhere near as nice by comparison. So let's just see looking again for some of my little black number tabs. I know I'm saying this all the time. I still need to print some off. There we go. I'm so rubbish at remembering. Right, let's just bring this in. So I'll just ink this up a little bit. I mean, I like the fact it's black and white, it's very striking, but I just want to just tone that white down just a little. So yeah, I quite like that, I think, in there. Or do we want it over there? What happened to my bling that was on there? I must have knocked it off when I picked it up, I think. Let me put the pearl back. Oh, perhaps that's quite nice. Yeah. Let me just double check. I do like the number tab in there, but then this side, you know, maybe needs a little bit of extra stuff on there. So if I just break it up nicely, you know, that just gives it a bit more going on over here. So there we go. And then we'll just glue that pearl in. Yep. Okay, so that looks really pretty now. And then again, just going to pop that Diamante down here. Now, did I just have a piece with 3, or did I have a longer piece there and it's kind of flicked off and I can't now see it? I'm not sure. I feel like it needs a 4 instead of a 3. Let's just cut that down. So, yeah, looks a bit sort of sparse, doesn't it, with just the 3? Okay, so I mean, I'm not going to worry whereabouts I position the bling. I'm just going to kind of pop it down. Wherever it lands, it will just be there. There we go. Really pretty. Yeah, I love that green against those. They're just such striking colour sort of contrasts, aren't they? So, okay, so that's that one. Let's do the next one. So this one, again, so, you know, not a great deal to do. I'm going to just, again, pop a little bit of glue just under here to help that lace just kind of stay fixed. And then we'll just pop the bling on up there. And then again, obviously, as you can see, the flower has been stitched on along with the dictionary definition, so that works really nicely on here straight away. Now, do I have any more of those black number tabs? I know I didn't really have many in the first place, but let's just see whether, because I've got all of them sort of mixed in here, so, you know, there may just be one buried at the bottom if we're lucky, or there may not be. No. What colour is that? No, it's cream with red. No. Come on. No. Last two. No, neither of those were either. Oh, isn't that just always the way? You know, it's just typical, isn't it? Right, okay, let's just put those back then. Actually, I did have a little brown 2 and 6. Well, it's not really the right colour brown, to be honest. Right, no. Okay, let's get rid of that. And I mean, obviously this looks quite white in comparison, but obviously I could ink it up. Well, I was going to take it away, but actually once I moved it, I thought, it looks quite boring without that there. So let's go for it. Yep. Okay. So let's just pop that one down. Oops. Got lots of hot glue threads there caught up. And again, I mean, I've just gone slightly over the stitching with that one, just, you know, just to mix it up a little bit. I mean, I know it's not much of a difference, but just a tiny little bit of difference, you know, just enough to kind of add a bit of contrast, or a bit of, you know, something different, I guess. And just wondering now whether I've got any of, you know, those black flowers that I have used a few times. Oh, look what I have got. So this one, again, no idea where this came from. Obviously I've hoarded it from somewhere. Just going to try this in the middle of that flower instead. I know it's quite sticky uppy, so it's maybe not the ideal thing. No, it's not really the ideal thing. It was just that was kind of hanging out, and I thought, oh, perhaps that's, you know, perhaps that's hanging out for a reason. Perhaps it's the piece I've been looking for. But no, it wasn't. Oh, I can't see any more of those black flowers. Right, I didn't want to have to rummage around, so I'm not going to, yeah, I'm not going to rummage around. Should we just go for the pearl? I mean, the pearl does look nice, doesn't it? I wonder if I've got any of the black, you know, Martha Stewart butterflies in black. No, can't see any of those either. I'm needing something black on here. Do you know what I think might work, actually? And again, I don't know whether I've actually got any of these ready cut. So I've got loads of things that I've topped this up with recently. And I just wonder whether I've got any of my dominoes, because actually I've got plain dominoes and I've got them with, what's the word? Flowers on as well. And I just thought, actually, one of the plain ones, you know, the just spotty ones without the flowers, i.e. that one has got flowers. You know, I just suddenly thought, oh, they're massive on there anyway. So, yeah, probably not. But if I'd have had some printed, maybe in a smaller... Oh, well, right, let's just stop that now. I'm just going to go with the pearl. Otherwise, this is just going to just be dragging on for hours. So let's just go for that. Okay. Okay, so we pop that on down there. Oops. Okay, right, next pieces. So what have I got left? Okay, so still quite a few bits, actually. Right, I've got an envelope here. So I'm just going to pull in a couple of bits that are slightly different, perhaps, to some of the other pieces that we've done. So, you know, just to mix it up a little bit. Okay. Oh, these as well. They're sort of booklets. Right, let's just put those to the side. Probably won't get through very many of these because I've only got about another 10 minutes or so before I have to go, because we're going out. So, yeah, best hurry up. Everyone's loitering around. Well, they're all kind of getting ready to go out. So I just need to bear that in mind, you know, and not be too long. But I just thought, oh, brilliant. I've got 5 minutes. I can just quickly come up and do a video. So, okay. I'm just going to put the number tab on there. So this is one of those just long envelopes, and all I've done is obviously cut it open at the top, you know, sealed it down the back, cut it open at the top, and I try and always fold down the top front bit so that it's slightly thicker at the front to use as a pocket. And now obviously, you know, I've layered it up with a couple of things, and I'm just quickly decorating it with just, you know, 1 or 2 bits there. So again, it could probably just do with a bit of lace. Let's just have a look. I've got my lovely crochet lace that I could use. That's quite nice, isn't it? So I think I'll just put that down. Might ink it up slightly, not too much. Don't want it to look really inky, but just a bit. Yep. Okay. And I'll just put then a bit of bling on there. I mean, this one's quite a colourless piece for me. You know, I don't that often do colourless, as you know. I always get, you know, even if it starts out quite colourless, I then make the mistake of holding just something else there, thinking, oh, what about a splash of colour? And of course, you know, that's the fatal mistake, because once you've held it there, when you take it away, of course, you always do then think, oh, yeah, you know, that did look better. So hence my things are very rarely colour free. But I do love other people's work that's colour free. So, you know, it's quite nice to try and do some. Now, where do I want my bling? Do I want it at a curve? Do I want it over here, sort of more straight? Well, that's quite nice, yeah. Okay, so just put that down there. Okay. There we go. Because I don't know about you guys, but I mean, the reason I've got a lot of these finished, you know, unfinished projects, I mean, well, it's twofold, because like we talked about before, a lot of it is because I'm doing videos all the time. So, you know, I make things constantly and then don't get necessarily a chance to finish them. But another reason is because obviously, you know, when we're watching TV and things, I know that lots of you comment, you know, a lot of the time that you're the same as me, and that, you know, you're not necessarily watching TV glued to it. You're just, you know, in the room vaguely watching the TV and crafting as well. And of course I'm doing that as well. And so things get finished to a certain extent, but obviously you don't have all your craft supplies with you. So hence, you know, when I get to my desk, I'm normally there doing, say, another video or something like that. And then the project just gets kind of tossed into the unfinished projects box, you know, like this has all come from. And of course, then nothing's really getting finished at all. So, you know, this has been a really good exercise to just try a little bit to actually finish some bits and pieces. Okay, so I'm just pulling in, I've got some dictionary definitions here, sort of partially cut out. And I just thought maybe this one would look quite nice on here. So this is just some napkin, and it's been just decoupaged onto some tracing paper. I love the napkin on the tracing paper. It kind of turns out with a, well, I suppose a bit like a waxy finish. It just makes it really, really nice. So yeah, I really like doing that. And then what I think I'll just do in here is just put some pages in and make it like a little booklet. Again, I will probably have to do the pages later, because I'm not sure that I've actually got any. I seem to have a variety of thicker coffee dyed paper. I'm just checking my bag behind me, the bag that comes up and down the stairs, you know, for crafting whilst watching TV. And, you know, to my mum's house and things, it comes there with me. No, at the moment I can't see any thin coffee dyed paper. It's all quite thick. So, and obviously this is quite a thin piece. So, you know, I really do only need thin paper in it. Oh, what's that? No, that was an envelope. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'll have to put the pages in afterwards, but I'm just going to fold some scrappy pages and put them inside. So we'll have this on here, and again, maybe I will just have it kind of on a bit of lace or something. So let's just, oops. Oh, maybe that's a bit monstrous on there. So I've got some other sort of more fine lace, which maybe would look better. Also got some white doily. Maybe the white doily might look quite pretty. Again, just kind of creating a bit of a contrast, really. Oh, I'm not sure now. Might be a bit too much of a contrast. Okay. Oh, that's huge, isn't it, on there? Okay, let's just chop that down. So maybe just more like that. That's just toned it down a bit. It was obviously a little bit on the large side there. So I'm just going to fabric tack that on there. Okay. Oops. Again, trying to see which is the right way and the wrong way of the lace. It's really not very apparent, I think, with a lot of these laces, so. Okay, and just then glue that down like that. And actually with this one, I think I've still got some of those Martha Stewart butterflies, which I've got out in the last video, and they're just kind of still floating around on the desk. So yeah, maybe we will have one of those on here. Again, this is just that green sparkly paper. I'm just going to ink it up a bit. But that then looks pretty on there, doesn't it? So we just pop that down. Okay. Okay, so that looks really, really pretty. And, you know, really didn't need very much doing at all. I mean, the only danger is, obviously, I still need to finish it off with the pages. So it's likely to go in another box of unfinished projects. I might just quickly round the corners, actually, on this as well. I think that would look nice. Oops. Oops, I should have done that before gluing the lace down, because, of course, I can't now glue the lace. Do it under the lace. So my daughter is up here with me, even though everyone else is getting ready to go. And she's just showing me, she obviously found one of my little wooden hearts, and look what she's done. Doesn't that look gorgeous? It looks really beautiful. It's really pretty, isn't it? So I'm going to just leave this.
Painted that, wouldn't you?
You would think you've painted it, yeah. I'm just going to leave this to the side so that I remember to put some pages in it. And I will just staple them in, because that's just nice and quick. So again, I've got another one, which is now just a long shape one. So very super quickly, because I'll be being shouted at in a minute. Okay. Okie dokie. Just ink all around it. Like that. And then again, just a little bit of ink on the inside, just for a bit of continuity really. And I mean, you could have pockets in here or anything else, you know. I just do love this waxy kind of finish to it. It feels really super nice once you've put the napkins on. It gives it quite a sturdy feel. I mean, I suspect it's not really sturdy, so, you know, I mustn't get carried away thinking it's now really, really sturdy and robust. I'm sure it's not. But it feels like it is. It's kind of almost taken on a bit of a leathery feel. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still quite delicate, really. Okay, so again, have that. And I mean, we could just, again, just pop another dictionary definition on, or actually, oh, right. I was about to, and then I thought, actually, I wonder if I've got any of, you know, my large numbers. So let me just bring in my ephemera box. Oh, which is like bursting at the seams now because, of course, I've been busy cutting. Actually, I know this is not one of those, but let's have that on there. So this is just one of my vintage ads. And again, I've got the vintage ads in the, you know, with flowers and without flowers. So these are obviously the ones without flowers. They look really nice on there, don't they? Yeah, I really like that. And then I'm thinking maybe for this one, maybe run some lace down the spine. So, right, let me, just trying to work out the best way to do this. Right, let's chop that lace off of that tape. Header tape. Just tear, or, you know, just chop that down. Okay, put that in the bin. So I'm thinking, you know, wrap this around like that. And again, probably ink that up, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to just pop this on here. I mean, again, could actually mount it, you know, or layer it on some book page or something. I'm just not going to. I think it looks quite nice on it, you know, as it is. And actually, again, I could have done it as a pocket. I'll blame the being rushed for not even thinking of doing that, but so that's just going to go on there. Okay. Just ink this lace up, which I'm sure is going to just really look much better once it's laced, inked. Yeah, doesn't that look a lot better straight away? So just again, glue that straight down the side. Okay. And I want it just wrapping around the spine there, so like that, and then going obviously over the back as well. I mean, you don't have to wrap it around because you could have actually just cut it off, I guess, but I'll have it wrapped around, so but I think either would be fine. Okay, just fold that over. Oops. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim that down. Just there. Oops. Terrible job of cutting there, wasn't it? Okay. And again, can just kind of, I mean, I'm not really doing the lace at a curve exactly, but just, I've just curved it in slightly, if you see what I mean. And again, actually, I'm thinking, you know, funnily enough, again, that one of those Martha Stewart butterflies, and I'm sure I had some in a sort of reddy colour. Yeah, I thought we'd used those last time, so just bring one. If I've got another one. So again, I mean, they're glittery, but that doesn't matter. They're going to look really good because there's quite a few flowers just literally in that same colour. So I'll just, again, ink these up. I mean, they're not really picking up much of the ink because they're obviously glittery, but every little helps, doesn't it, to just tie it in. So just that one there. And then, did I ink this one? I don't think I did. And then this one we'll just put, I think, up there. It just fills in a little bit of that blank space there as well. There we go. And then, do we need some bling on this? I don't think we put bling on the last one, did we? No. But let's have a little bit on here, I think. Oh yeah, just a bit down the bottom. Just finishing it off really, you know, for a sort of finishing touch, so. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay, so yep, we're definitely not going to have time to do these, unfortunately. So let me just put my ephemera box away and let's see where we're up to now. So I think we're making a lot of headway now. So obviously I've got a few things left to do. I mean, the pile, honestly, it just seems to go on and on, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, we are getting there. So again, I might do some in slow time, but we're definitely making quite a lot of progress. Let me pull in the ones that we've done today. So we've got these couple here. And then we've got, obviously I mustn't include the ones that I did off camera, which I obviously just showed you guys earlier, but done these and these. So yeah, I mean, we've made a bit of progress, or a bit more progress, and you know, I don't think we're getting on too badly really. So yep, I hope that you liked all the bits that we've done. Hopefully you found a bit of inspiration there. And yeah, let me know if you're finishing off some projects and how it's going. So thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.